Have you ever found yourself overwhelmed by worries about things you can't control? It's a common struggle that can drain your energy and peace of mind. Welcome back to Ascension Arc. Today, we're diving deep into why we care so much and uncovering powerful ways to break free from this cycle. Let's embark on this transformative journey together. In today's fast-paced world, it's easier than ever to become overwhelmed by the constant demands and uncertainties around us. Social media, work pressures, and the relentless flow of information can amplify our tendency to overcare about things beyond our control. This excessive worrying takes a toll on our mental health, leading to increased stress and anxiety. It also strains our relationships, as we become more reactive and less present with the people we care about. Moreover, when we are consumed by worries, our overall well-being suffers, making it difficult to enjoy life and pursue our true passions. Our goal today is to understand the root causes of why we care so much and to explore effective strategies that can help us let go, regain our peace of mind, and live more fulfilling lives. Our tendency to care deeply about others and our environment has deep roots in our evolutionary history. Our ancestors relied on strong community bonds and attentiveness to their surroundings to survive. Caring for the group meant better protection, more efficient hunting, and increased chances of survival. These instincts, passed down through generations, still influence us today. However, in modern society, this same instinct can lead us to overcare about situations and people beyond our control. We find ourselves worrying excessively not for survival, but for approval and acceptance in a complex social landscape. From a young age, we are conditioned by society to achieve, conform, and seek approval. We internalize expectations from family, friends, and the broader culture. Philosophers like Nietzsche criticize this herd mentality, suggesting that blindly following societal norms stifles individual potential. This pressure to meet external standards fuels our overcaring behavior. We become overly concerned with fitting in, gaining approval, and meeting expectations, often at the expense of our own well-being and authenticity. Many of us tie our self-worth to external achievements and relationships. We believe that our value is determined by our successes, the opinions of others, and our social standing. Existentialist thinkers argue that true self-worth must come from within, independent of external validation. When we base our identity on things we cannot control, we set ourselves up for constant worry and stress. Overcaring becomes a way to seek affirmation and avoid feelings of inadequacy, but it ultimately undermines our sense of self. The future is inherently uncertain, and this uncertainty can make us anxious. When faced with the unknown, we tend to overinvest in current outcomes in an attempt to control our environment and predict what lies ahead. Heraclitus taught us that change is the only constant, and embracing this can help us navigate life's unpredictability. However, our fear of change leads us to cling to familiar patterns and outcomes, causing us to care excessively about specific results. This resistance to change prevents us from adapting and finding peace amidst life's inevitable transformations. When we care too much, the impacts on our lives can be profound and far-reaching. Let's explore some of the key consequences of excessive caring. Constantly worrying about things beyond our control leads to heightened anxiety and persistent stress. This relentless mental strain can drain our energy and leave us feeling emotionally exhausted. Over time, this can contribute to burnout, making it difficult to maintain a positive outlook or engage fully in daily activities. Overcaring can also take a toll on our relationships. When we become overly involved in others' lives, it can create codependency, where our sense of well-being is tied to someone else's actions or approval. This dynamic often results in a lack of authentic connections, as interactions become more about managing worries than building genuine bonds. Additionally, the pressure we place on ourselves and others can lead to conflicts and resentment, undermining the trust and harmony that healthy relationships thrive on. Fear of failure or judgment often holds us back from taking risks or trying new things. When we are overly concerned with outcomes, we become hesitant to step outside our comfort zones. This fear of the unknown stifles personal growth and prevents us from exploring new opportunities. As a result, we may find ourselves stuck in the same patterns, unable to pursue our true passions or achieve our full potential. Understanding these consequences is crucial. Recognizing how overcaring affects our mental health, relationships, and personal growth can motivate us to make meaningful changes. By addressing these issues, we can begin to break free from the cycle of excessive worrying and move towards a more balanced and fulfilling life. Life is always changing, and nothing stays the same forever. Both Buddhist and Stoic philosophies teach us about the transient nature of existence. By embracing impermanence, we can learn to let go of things that no longer serve us. Start by regularly reflecting on how situations and emotions are temporary. This perspective helps us accept change gracefully and reduces our attachment to specific outcomes. When we understand that everything is in constant flux, it becomes easier to release our excessive worries and find peace in the present moment. When you find yourself worrying about a situation, remind yourself that it won't last forever. For example, if you're stressed about a challenging project at work, take a moment to acknowledge that this difficulty is temporary and that you have the strength to get through it. Society often defines success by external achievements like wealth, status, or recognition. However, existentialist thinkers encourage us to redefine what success means on a personal level. Instead of measuring your worth by societal standards, set goals based on your intrinsic values and passions. Focus on what truly matters to you, whether it's personal growth, creativity, or meaningful relationships. By aligning your goals with your inner beliefs, you create a sense of fulfillment that isn't dependent on external validation. This shift helps you care less about others' opinions and more about your own path. Redefine your own success and failure. Instead of measuring your achievements by others' standards, set personal goals that align with your values. Maybe success for you means learning a new skill or building a meaningful relationship. Focus on these intrinsic goals to create a sense of fulfillment that isn't dependent on external approval. The concept of locus of control revolves around where you believe control lies in your life. An internal locus of control means you believe you can influence your own destiny through your actions and decisions. Stoic philosophy supports this by emphasizing the importance of focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. To develop an internal locus of control, identify the aspects of your life that you have power over, such as your responses, attitudes, and efforts. By concentrating your energy on these areas, you reduce the tendency to overcare about external factors that are beyond your influence. Develop an internal locus of control by concentrating on what you can influence. Make a list of aspects in your life that you have control over, such as your daily habits, your responses to challenges, and the effort you put into your work. By focusing your energy on these areas, you reduce the tendency to worry about things beyond your control. Radical acceptance involves fully accepting your current reality without judgment or resistance. This concept is supported by acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, and Stoic philosophy. Instead of fighting against situations you cannot change, acknowledge them as they are. This doesn't mean you approve of everything, but rather that you accept the present moment without adding unnecessary stress. By practicing radical acceptance, you reduce emotional turmoil and create space for more constructive actions. This approach helps you let go of excessive caring by removing the struggle against what it is, allowing you to focus on what you can improve. Practice radical acceptance in challenging moments. When faced with something you can't change, accept it without judgment. For instance, if a friend is going through a tough time, accept that you can't fix their problems, but you can offer your support and understanding. This acceptance helps you let go of the need to control every outcome. Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia highlights the importance of meaningful relationships for a fulfilling life. Investing in genuine, supportive connections enhances mutual growth and provides a strong foundation of trust and understanding. Instead of seeking superficial approval, focus on building deep and authentic relationships where both parties support each other's well-being. These meaningful connections offer emotional support and reduce the need to overcare about external opinions. By surrounding yourself with people who truly care, you create a network that fosters your personal growth and helps you maintain a balanced perspective. Foster meaningful connections by investing time in relationships that truly matter. Reach out to friends and family who support and uplift you, Engage in conversations that go beyond surface-level topics and build deeper, more authentic bonds. These meaningful connections provide a strong support system and reduce the need to seek approval from others. Understanding why we care too much helps us reclaim our peace. Remember, it's not about caring less in a negative sense, but about caring in a more balanced and healthy way. Take these strategies to heart and start implementing them today. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Take control of your reactions and watch your life transform. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button. Together, let's ascend our arcs towards a more balanced and fulfilling life.